Welcome back, everyone. Let's talk about Mullen Automotive. They had this post on X just now, and it says Mullen's new high-energy facility marks phase 1 completion of battery pack assembly line. Facility is capable of producing 1 gigawatt hour per year. Mullen is dedicated to producing next-generation American-made EV battery packs. Now, that type of news should get the stock skyrocketing, but it didn't. In fact, it is down about 8.27% at the time of this screenshot, and that was for today. For the week, it is down 27.75%, and it just gets worse as it goes on. The month chart is worse than the week chart. The 3-month chart is worse than the 1-month chart, and so on and so on. So I believe what has to happen, they need some kind of different PR. They need sales. They need to show revenue because the earnings are coming up mid-May. That's just a month away. They need to have sales and show that they can bring in revenue, or else the price will keep dropping, and it is not going to be good because there's not much more that the price can drop. At $2.38 means that we have another $1.38 before we have to start talking about a delisting again, or a possible another RS, which I don't think that can happen because there was already 3 RSs, reverse stock splits, in less than 8 months. So PRs like this one here that was just 2 days ago from Mullen Automotive about the Fleet Management Institute and Expo in San Antonio, Texas, starts on Monday. That's great, but it's definitely not helping the stock. Something has to happen to help the stock. Now, I might get some hate for saying this type of stuff because I'm bringing negative light to Mullen, but it's the truth. We can't keep not talking about the stock price because it's too negative, but that is what everybody wants to hear about. That is why everybody is invested in Mullen. We're not invested because, hey, the company's going to do great. We don't care if we ever make money. Everybody that's in the market, everybody that has bought Mullen shares, they bought them because they want to make money on the stock. And right now we're not making any money. We're making zero money. In fact, we're losing a lot of money. And it sure doesn't help that the last time that David Mitri, the CEO of Mullen Automotive, tweeted anything was April 8th. That's about 2 weeks ago. And it just seems like there's nothing to talk about. People are saying, well, maybe they're working in the background and that's why they're not tweeting. There'll be something that they're going to come out and surprise us with. Well, what if there isn't? And that is why he is not posting anything. You guys can take this message however you want. Some of you guys might take it in a very negative way, say I'm fighting, and some other people will say, hey, he's only telling the truth. But right now, the price is getting extremely low, and it's in a very dangerous territory. We could be seen once again, like I said, we could be back fighting to stay above $1. And if we do not, we're not going to get another extension this time from NASDAQ. It's going to get delisted. Not only that, not only are we under $2.50, there was no dilution happening that secured money for Mullen, secured funds. So there still needs to be cash raised somehow, whether it is dilutive funding or it will be through loans of sorts, which means more debt. So either way, it is not looking too good right now for Mullen. They have to get these sales coming in. I don't know what is holding them up. They said at first that everything was sold out until the next year. Well, it's next year. In fact, it's April of next year, 4 months later, 4 months and a half later. And we're not seeing sales on earnings. We're not seeing revenue. We have to see those. Invoices, great. Let's turn that into revenue because that is the only chance. Revenue and some big contracts coming in, some big partnerships or something like that. That's the only thing that will save Mullen right now. The lawsuits, to get to some kind of a conclusion is going to take months. The battery pack, the PR that just came out with the battery packs, that is going to take months. And we don't have months. We don't know if we have until mid-May, 1 month from now. I don't know if we can keep the price above $1. The board members are not buying. David Mitri right now is not buying. Why aren't they buying at these low prices? Help out the price. If you believe in your company, start buying. Help out the price and get it to where it's safe and we're not going to get delisted. They're not doing it yet for some reason. After the reverse stock split, there were no options because the outstanding shares was under 7 million. There are still no options right now. And I was happy about that because if anybody wanted a position in Mullen to try to make money, they would either have to short the stock or they would have to buy the stock and make money going upward. And I believe that that's probably why you saw that spike up to $18. But there are still no options right now, and we are at $2.50. So we can't blame it on people buying option calls instead of shares because they've been buying the shares. Anybody who wanted to be in the stock, to be long, they had to buy shares. There was no other way. The price is still where it's at right now. So there was no options. There's no people wasting money on option calls, not making any money on them, losing all their money on option calls instead of buying the shares. And there was no dilution funding. That means that at $18, they could have diluted and brought down the price and secure funds, have cash on hand. They did not do that. So now when they need money, something has to happen. It's either dilution funding or it's taking loans, which means more debt. Anyways, guys, I'm just being real. I don't know if you're going to hate me or if you're going to say, hey, he spoke up. But this is the truth. This is how I feel. If you guys don't like it, that's just what it is. Some of you have been telling me not to post anything negative about Mullen because it's going to drive down the price. Me, with my 100 or 150 views, 200 views or something like that, is not going to drop down the price. Promises made in August saying that the vans will be sold out by the end of the year, and they're going to build so many more, and they have so many more people waiting to buy. Promises like that and then not delivering is what is bringing down the price. Because no matter how much I would FUD it, if those things were happening, the price would be going up, not down. I was honest and I told you about the consumer market being in trouble. Fisker was in trouble. I made videos about that, and now I'm making videos about Mullen being in trouble. And I could go on, but I will not. I hope that you guys really look into this and make the decision that you feel is best for your portfolio. I wish you guys luck, whatever that decision may be, and I will see you on the next one.